Hey everybody, welcome to chapter 8, vitamins. This chapter can be a little cumbersome because it lists all the vitamins and their functions and food sources. So what I want to focus on is the types of vitamins and then supplementing if needed. Okay, so we have two types of vitamins. We have the fat-soluble vitamins, which are vitamin A, D, E, and K. And we have the water-soluble vitamins, which are all the B vitamins and also vitamin C. What sets them apart, the fat-soluble versus the water-soluble, is how they're transported in our body and how they're stored in our body. We need to get vitamins from food. We cannot synthesize vitamins with the exception of vitamin D. We can synthesize adequate vitamin D with 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight on our hands and face. Now, individuals with darker skin, like African Americans, that number or number of minutes can increase to 1 to 2 hours for vitamin D. So this is why for that population, we see an increase in vitamin D deficiency in kids, which is known as rickets, and osteomalacia, which is vitamin D deficiency in adults. So our water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins, what they're doing here, we see for our immunity, it's mostly our fat-soluble vitamins, but then we do have a water-soluble vitamin C in there. Bone health, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin K. Blood health, a lot of our B vitamins are important for blood health, along with vitamin K. And antioxidants, you've heard about that for anti-cancer properties. And then energy metabolism, that's mostly our B vitamins, helping our body use carbohydrates and use energy for fuel. So like I said before, absorption and storage of vitamins in the body, our fat-soluble vitamins, those are absorbed and transported via fat. So this is why it's imperative that we have some fat in our diet. About 40 to 90% of fat-soluble vitamins are absorbed. Where water-soluble vitamins, they're transported and stored or transported via water, but as you can imagine, with water, they are not as readily absorbed. 50 to 90% of water-soluble vitamins in the diet are absorbed, but they're not stored. Okay, so any extra water-soluble vitamins that we have, our body's just going to use it as waste. So basically, we'll pee it out. The riper the food, the more the vitamin content. Water-soluble vitamins, they are more fragile than fat-soluble vitamins. So things like heat, cooking in water, exposure to air, that can impact the vitamin content, especially the fat-soluble vitamin content. So we want to make sure that we're cooking vegetables and fruits in little water and doing things like steaming or even microwaving or eating them raw to capture the most nutrition. One of the questions that I get often when I talk about vitamins is, should you take a supplement? If you're eating a balanced and varied diet, you do not need a supplement, but there's certain population groups like those of us here in the Midwest in wintertime where we're not getting adequate sunlight to make the vitamin D, that we could probably benefit from a vitamin D supplement during the winter months. Once we're able to get out in the sun, it's not as necessary. Other than that, there's only certain populations that would require supplements, like someone who is iron deficient, elderly, someone with some health problems like kidney disease. So if you do need a supplement, I'm not privy to any certain brand. I recommend that we look for this USP seal. So it's United States Pharmacopeia Convention. And that just indicates that the product has what it says it has in it. So recall a few years ago, vitamins at CVS, and Target, and Walmart, they were under fire because many of them did not even contain the vitamins that they said. So you're basically spending money on nothing. So when you look for this USP seal, that indicates not that this vitamin is going to cure your disease, but it indicates that it does indeed have the type of vitamin in it that you're purchasing. So there you have it, vitamins. Look for your